Hello, good people of the internet, and welcome to Famipod, a podcast for family where we help you navigate the never ending onslaught of video game news, updates, and releases. We are here for Wednesday, June 10th, and tonight we are breaking down an absolutely scorching hot Summer Games Fest week. I'm your host, Ryan Tierney, and with me, I've got my super family bros, our resident Kingdom Hearts hater. It's Mr. Captain Capcom Dennis. I'm butchering that, but you get it. Dennis, how are you doing tonight, dude?
Um, I wouldn't say I hate Kingdom Hearts, but I
I
certainly
feel like you really
don't like
struggled to
it.
say something positive about it when I asked you to say something positive about it.
I can say my favorite thing about Kingdom Hearts is I don't remember Barry, who used to be part of Game Grumps. He made an explainer on Kingdom Hearts that is absolutely hilarious.
His
It's
Is
a
favorite
that
thing
must
the
about
this
watch.
the
is
game
basically
is
Kingdom
nothing
Hearts
actually
thing?
related to the game.
Yeah.
He goes through what all Kingdom Hearts is about, like
Oh, I've seen
plot,
that.
like
It is
it's
really
like
good.
this plot summary, and it's hilarious.
Whatever, man. Whatever. uh, after that, it's the new threat to Dennis's Xbox hating crown, Xbox public enemy number one, Enrico. How
Hey,
you doing
hey.
tonight, dude?
Morning, everyone. Doing very well. Busier than September.
Wow,
Damn.
that's saying something. Whew. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, it's the man who threatened to break my shins today at work, Mr. Curly. How
Do
you
I
doing tonight, dude?
explain it again? How I didn't
I
threaten to
mean,
break your shit. I
I mean,
threatened
look,
to break your Switch
you can
against
explain it all you want. I know what I heard.
against my shin.
You
Your
you
Switch,
threatened
my
to break
shin.
my shins
Your
today,
Switch breaking.
all because I told you that the Star Fox demo is kind of mid, and I played
Yeah,
it again tonight.
your
And guess what?
words, your
It's
words
still
were,
kind of
I don't
mid.
think it's really worth the $50.
I'm still not convinced it's worth the like. I played through it
Yeah,
twice.
and you're gonna be the reason why we don't get a fucking proper sequel. And I'm gonna break your
Me.
goddamn Switch with my goddamn shins.
He's gonna break his own shins. We're about to run through all of the festivities from this past week, but before we run our mouths for 2+ hours, it's time for some housekeeping. If you're new to the channel, you can catch Famicom live every Wednesday between 10 and 10:30 is usually when we go live. We look right at 10:30, even with the technical difficulties tonight. So, bravo, well job, gentlemen.
Well job.
You can catch us at twitch.tv/Famicorp, our new destination. Goodbye forever at Curly Studios. If you can't catch us live, you can catch the VOD, hopefully uploaded every Thursday, unless we forget to record this one, in which case you can catch it never. And for the casual listener on the go, you can find us on some of your favorite podcast services such as Spotify, Amazon, and Google Podcasts. Bros, gentlemen, fam of bros, the fam, we just had an absolute barn burner of a Summer Games Fest week. It was absolutely insane. Let's break it down. I proposed to you all some questions before we went live today. Uh, I want to hear from each of you, and I'm going to segment this out. I'm going to clap for future me, for the editor right here. This is where we start. Stupid. Uh, we're some quick clip outs. I need your
in the future.
future me. Future me is very
Hey,
stupid.
dumbass. I'm right here.
Hey, idiot! Look at me. I need your game of the show, your biggest surprise of the show, and your biggest disappointment, and then I just of the week overall.
That includes State of Play and Nintendo.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool.
From Tuesday to Tuesday.
Just a
Enrico,
question. Why do you
go
need
ahead.
to clap? The audio is already synced.
That's just to get my attention. That's a visual cue, not an audio one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
Mr.
So,
Enrico, as the person who's
just the
in charge of
names, or do you
trailblazers
want a
first,
little bit of an explanation for them?
give me a little bit of blurb,
Okay, so Game of the Week,
a little
Gen
bit of blurb.
Atlas, the new game from Fumito Ueda. New trailer, a little bit of gameplay, little bit of mood setting. I mean, we haven't seen a lot, but what I've seen, convinced me. Like, I didn't think I need convincing for a Fumito Ueda's game, but I think I did. And the Gen Atlas trailer we saw during what was it, SGF,
Mhm.
absolutely convinced me. This is gonna be day one. Do I go to biggest shock directly?
Yeah, go ahead.
Biggest shock surprise is Until Dawn 2. For you didn't say like a good shock or a bad shock, so I chose a middle one, which was Until Dawn 2. Like I'm surprised it exists, but I'm also kind of happy that it does, especially because it's a different developer. It's still called Until Dawn, so I'll be happy. I'll be happy to try it out, possibly at Gamescom. And the biggest disappointment, or something that didn't show up, is something that didn't show up, which is the new Media Molecule game. I really did expect to see something on that side of the fence, but it didn't happen. So I'm kind of sad about it. This said, we saw something like 412 games, 417 games. So I think we've had plenty. I'm just missing that little bit of a Media Molecule, spice.
I agree. Yeah, those
I
are
feel that.
those are
Yep.
solid. I'll go into mine. My game of the
Alright.
week was God of War Laufey. Laufey?
Now,
God of War
Laufey. They're
Laffy Taffy.
pronouncing it Laufey, so feel free to
Laufey.
pronounce it the same. Yeah.
that's how Mimir pronounces it in the other God of War games. So
I mean,
Yeah, I
it
don't
makes
know
sense
that.
considering they have renamed Faye.
Right.
yeah,
Dude, that the game, I mean, getting 20 minutes of the gameplay shown just from the start of the game exactly, and seeing where it picks up was already a surprise, but like I just didn't expect to get this much from it, and it looks incredible. It looks like a mixture of classic God of War with new, and like I don't really care that it's not Kratos personally. I know there's a lot of controversy there, but Kratos' story is like told, and I'm like more than happy to move on to another badass character. Um, yeah, I'm super stoked for it. That was my game of the show for sure. My biggest shock slash surprise would definitely be Kingdom Hearts 4 being at the Nintendo Direct. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck was that? Like, that just came out of nowhere. Again, it's odd because like we didn't really get to see anything new except for like, hey, that's that character, and he looks realistic as well now. We didn't get any information on a time window or anything except, hey, this is also coming out day and date on Switch 2, which is hype. But again, never could have predicted that, hey, Kingdom Hearts 4 would actually show up and it's actually going to be on the Nintendo Direct. It's fucking weird. I don't understand it. And then my biggest disappointment would be also something that didn't show up. No Intergalactic on State of Play / SGF. Like, man, Naughty Dog is what I would have considered like my favorite video game studio probably ever of all time. And it just sucks, dude. It sucks that whatever happened with the Last of Us multiplayer bogged them down this bad, where it's just like, do we even see a release on the fucking PS5? Like, I don't know. It seems like Intergalactic very well could be a PS6 game with like obviously cross gen, but like, dude, that's so upsetting. Like going from the PS3 and getting an entire trilogy and the start of one of the greatest like franchises of all time, like to this where we don't get anything. It's just it sucks. I can't say they're my favorite studio. They're some of my favorite games, but like, dude, like they got to figure it out. I don't know. Disappointed.
Mr. Dennis.
What was the terminology that you used?
Game of the week.
Showcase or game of the week. Biggest shock. You can do good or bad if you want there, but it was intended to be good. And then biggest disappointment.
My game of the week was Resident Evil Veronica. I don't
Shocking.
think the trailer was necessarily very hype. I mean, it was the second, like, I mean, I liked it in terms of like how you didn't really know what it was at first. It's like, what is this? And then like it went like this for me. Like immediately, I was kind of like not paying attention. It was first person. You guys know I don't like first person games. I was like not really paying attention. And then after a while, I was like, the thing started clicking. It's like, hold on, they're in France, and this is a sister looking for a brother. It's like,
Expedition 33 sequel?
and then I was like, wait a minute, is this Claire Redfield looking for Chris Redfield? Is this Code Veronica? And then like literally like moments after I had that realization, the shot of like that like umbrella guard holding like Claire's face like that showed up, and I was like, holy shit, it's Code Veronica. um so yeah, that was really hype. And they've been saying like the right things. I mean, there was some worry slash hype about the idea of this being a first person game. It is not. It is a third person game. They have confirmed that. So yeah, this I'm really excited for that. I would say biggest shock was Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. I am genuinely so excited for this. Like the moment Woohoo Island shows up on screen in HD, I'm like, holy shit, it's Woohoo Island. I'm a little bit worried that it is a redesigned Woohoo Island, because I mean the amazing thing about Woohoo Island was the fact that it was the same across every appearance that it had. Whether it was its introduction in Wii Sports Resort, or when it also showed up in like Pilot Wings Resort on 3DS, or Mario Kart 7 on 3DS. Like it made so many appearances, and it was always the same island. So this is clearly a new island, and I would hope, if I would be able to ask for anything, is for Nintendo to call this new Woohoo Island instead of New Who Island. And then my biggest disappointment was the moment in the Nintendo Direct where like that the bud starts to grow out of the ground, and I'm like, Pikmin, and then it's fucking Deltarune. Yeah, like,
I mean, the Deltarune was still hype though.
it's fucking Deltarune, and then I was just
I would
like,
have popped off for some Pikmin. That's
like
That's
I really want Pikmin 5. Like if that was Pikmin, I would have fucking been so excited. Yeah. I mean, the real disappointment is the one that Curly said, which is that Naughty Dog wasn't here.
That's fair. I mean, you can't rush brilliance. I will respect Naughty Dog's rich tapestry of taking forever to make games and putting out absolute once in a generation type quality. So
Well, I mean, they didn't use
when we
to
get it,
take
we get
forever
it, you
to
know.
make games.
Yeah.
I mean, since Last of Us 1, right? Maybe.
I mean, we got
Uncharted.
Last was
When
2.
did Uncharted
and
4 come out?
Uncharted 4 and Uncharted Lost Legacy.
That's true. Well, it's Sony's fault. It's not Naughty Dog's fault.
I mean, yeah, listen, I mean, I'm going to play Intergalactic. When it comes out, I'm going to be extremely excited. It's just overall, just in general, the fact that Santa Monica's about to lap them is just like man, what? Okay.
Yeah, it's wild.
And like, I get it. You're right. I don't want them to rush it, but shit, like, I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the podcast. Right. I don't want to talk about it.
I'll go next.
Go ahead, give us yours.
Last. So no shocker here. My game of the week was Revelation. Was Final Fantasy VII. An 11-year journey from the original reveal at the 2015 PlayStation Experience. The words "the promise is made" was uttered at that showcase, and it was uttered again in the trailer this week or last week. And man, there's never been a game that I've been more excited for in my history as a video game player. Like, I cannot wait for next spring. It's like such a beautiful bittersweet moment. Like, I'm been so like enraptured by this entire trilogy. Since it was announced it's going to be a multi-part thing, I cannot wait for part 3. I'm sad that it's coming to an end, but I'm so excited to see how they wrap this thing up. And then they went so in depth with it too. We got to see so much. I was not expecting any kind of time frame for next year. The fact that we're getting it spring, which probably means April of next year, because the original game launched in April, or the first one launched in April. I think that's probably around the same like first week and a half of April. We're going to see that game. That's whew. My biggest shock of the show, and I honestly, Curly, I thought about going with Kingdom Hearts, but like. My favorite thing about the Kingdom Hearts reveal is the first comment on the YouTube for the video is like, he was like, "It's been 4 years and Sora moved a block down the street," and like that's all we see is just a slight change of perspective.
The progress,
So,
you know.
yeah, I mean, there's gameplay that's cool, but no, my biggest shock was actually from the day of the devs direct after SGF was a game called Threads of Time, which is an indie game. It's an indie like turn-based RPG. It's like that beautiful HD 2D pixel art, and it's like an era spanning turn-based RPG where you like are in like a time ship and you're traveling through different eras, like the dinosaur era, like a futuristic era, and you're collecting your party members as you go, and you're like using like time-based abilities to correct like this thing.
Let me
like
tell
this,
you about a game called Chrono Trigger real quick. God damn it.
That's what I'm telling you is that it's the way they pitched this during the day of the devs direct is like, this is a love letter to the games that inspired us, and they dropped Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy. And I mean, I'm going to go back and play Chrono Trigger at some point, but this game looks unbelievably gorgeous. I mean, between that and Final Fantasy Resonance, like we are the HD 2D fans are eating, dude. Dennis, I'm so sorry. And then my biggest disappointment. My biggest disappointment, and I kind of went a different direction with this because I don't think like I was disappointed as much by a game that wasn't there because there was just so much to be hyped about. I was disappointed in Xbox for a second year in a row deciding to end their showcase with Call of Duty. Like I just such an absolute banger showcase from start to almost finish for me, and I'm like, oh man, they got the one last thing left.
Yeah.
Certainly they're gonna have something unbelievable. We're gonna get to see Blade, or maybe a new Rare project, or something, maybe a brand new Halo. No, we decided to repeat the exact same mistake again and show everybody, the people who care about Call of Duty were not watching that showcase. And they decided to do it again. I don't understand. It was such a lackluster end.
We're gonna end this show with the one game that is the most likely to show up every year because it's an annual franchise. I'm Matt Booty, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's an extraction shooter, which is new for Call of Duty, right? I don't think they've done that yet. But at the same time, like, who cares? Like, who cares, man? Like,
Genuinely.
It's like, man, if only we had one more extraction shooter to play.
Yeah.
I mean, like
every extraction shooter that's come out to this point has been so gangbusters too. Yeah.
Last year, like they kind of pulled the rug too, because like they were showing the game and it didn't really look like Call of Duty until it did. And like at least that trailer was interesting. This one did nothing for me. Like I'm just like,
yeah,
what the fuck? All right. I agree with you. I think they had a great showcase, and I'm excited as I can be, I guess, for playing stuff on my Xbox. But yeah, what a dud of an ending.
Yeah, it was like if they end that with anything else, if we get Blade at the end of that, it's probably still at the top of showcases for me. But like I've dropped it down considerably after that. Like it's unfortunate that they just kind of shot themselves in the foot there at the end. All right, surface level, our favorite stuff from this week out of the way. Let's break this thing down showcase by showcase, and we'll start with last Tuesday with the state of play. Dennis and Enrico, me and Curly touched on this last week, but y'all were not here to give us your impressions
in a show that doesn't exist anymore.
It's the lost episode.
That's true. We can. You know what? It didn't happen.
It's Famipod, the 3.2 HD/4.3.
That was beautiful. That was right? Beautiful.
That's
Thank
the
you,
next
Luca.
Kingdom Hearts actually after
Yeah.
4.
I love that. I love that. I look forward to it. All right.
Please look
State of
forward
play.
to it. Do you want to go first, Dennis?
Like this was so long ago now.
I mean, I can run through some of the games that were announced if you want me.
give
I've
us
got everything
bullet
pulled up here.
points.
yeah.
Yeah. We so of course we had like the bookends. We had God of War Laufey, we had Wolverine. We had Until Dawn 2, Stuntman Hollywood, Kim Murray, Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis, Rayman Legends Retold,
Tomb Raider
Onimusha Way of
getting
the
delayed.
Sword. Yeah, Tomb Raider getting delayed to 2027. Control Resident, Phantom Blade Zero with an absolute dud of a little like, hey, check out more later this summer. Like, why is that here? Just don't be here. Silent Hill Townfall, Dune Awakening, Marvel's Hokon Fighting Souls revealed the villain fighting team. We saw Ill, The Lost Wild, Bancho the Chef, Marathon second season update, No Rest for the Wicked getting a 1.0, Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief, Dynasty
It's a
assuming
Warriors
you're
really
3.
cool
looking
name.
I'm assuming you're looking
No.
at a summary article. Did you post that?
Yeah, it's huh?
Did you post
You want me to post it in? Yeah.
in the?
Oh no, this is this is everything announced at whatever showcase on IGN's website. I've got one tab for each showcase.
Yeah, could you post them in the chat? Is what I'm saying, so that we can look at them as well.
Absolutely not.
It will be a start.
Do your own
do your own
research,
homework.
bitch.
Do your own homework.
If only you had a computer in front of you to pull it up.
That
Yeah.
would be crazy.
So I was immediately pretty underwhelmed by Wolverine. I think the game looked kind of mid, to be completely honest.
I think you look kind of mid.
And I feel like from what I saw of that game, I immediately knew that this was like probably not going to be a game I'm interested in buying because it felt like all of the parts that I think are uninteresting in Spider-Man. Because I think the most interesting part of Spider-Man is the swinging. And this game doesn't have that. And I think genuinely the other parts of the Spider-Man games are just not up to par. And they're like serviceable enough to kind of entertain you while you go between swinging, which is the fun part of the game. And seeing this kind of extended gameplay of the game made me realize that, oh, they haven't tried to improve anything here. It is just Spider-Man without the swinging and a lot of blood.
I just feel like that's such an unfair take. This game
Well-
looks completely different than Spider-Man. I mean, the combat looks the same, but the combat's gonna look the same.
Yeah.
It's a third person.
I mean,
like
I
action
I mean,
adventure game. Like
I definitely disagree. Like the way that you're interacting with the environment, like literally drop kicking a dude into a forklift and impaling them, and like literally grabbing a chain under a truck to flip it that flips you into another truck to stab a guy. Like, I don't know. I thought the combat and the overall set piece and experience looked really exciting. Personally,
I think.
go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Sorry.
No, I mean that is my point. I think that they added a lot of excitement. That's not just like Spider-Man punching and swinging. Like it's definitely not a swinging game because it's Wolverine. But like again, like you're pretty like viscerally like slashing and hacking in this game. Like I get where you're coming from on this. Like it is a very like melee combat focus, which is what Spider-Man is. But like again, it seemed like it was way more like I guess expressive is maybe what I want to say. It seems way more expressive than Spider-Man combat. not combat, like I mean gadget focused, more of just like interacting again with the environment, and like seems way more. The only comparison I can think of is like Uncharted as well, like the set piece of going from truck to truck and fucking shit up. I don't
Well,
know.
Yeah.
that was one thing as
Th-
well. I didn't think that part of the game had the feel that you have in an Uncharted set
Hmm.
piece. And like I've said, that's why I've played like 007 First Light. I think I don't think like anybody has managed to do a set piece even close to what you see in any of the Uncharted games. And 007 First Light is like the closest I've ever seen anyone come. And that includes like basically all of the set pieces that are in that game. Like they truly understand what makes those fun. Like for example, I this is like a small reference point, but like in the Wolverine one, you go from like riding the motorcycle, which by the way cuts between cutscenes a lot, and then you're kind of just riding along a path, and there's like no gameplay really. You're just kind of riding along the path,
I
and
kind
then
of
it
assumed
goes into
they
a cutscene where you
cut.
jump, and then you land on the truck. There's way too much cutting to cutscene and not enough actual player control. Like when you're playing an Uncharted sequence or in 007, like they don't cut to cutscene. Maybe for like tiny moments, or like usually you are in gameplay the whole time, and the entire sequence is designed around the gameplay systems. And this is the same. The same philosophy is in Spider-Man, where they keep cutting to cutscenes and quick time events and all this stuff, and that's like why I feel like I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to like this game is the fact that I'm seeing what I don't like in Spider-Man over and over again in this gameplay.
Hmm. What is it that you don't like about Spider-Man exactly? Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
It's I find the gameplay, or like I find the combat system fairly uninteresting. Like it is very, it's like I don't feel anything when I do this. They put a lot of combat in the game. It feels like kind of monotonous. I feel like you're kind of doing the same thing over and over again. Um, the game feels a lot like it's just oh, it's time for combat. Plop, 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 plop. Plot down some enemies here, and then you spend 5 minutes beating these guys, and then it's like story continues. There's no intention or purpose behind the sequence that you're doing.
But are you an Arkham guy?
Yeah, I think Arkham does it better.
You don't think there's a chance that this could be closer to an Arkham than it is a Spidey?
No, I
That's the
don't.
impressions I get. I feel like this, like
The
combat looks.
reason why is because it's Insomniac, and from what I've played all three Spider-Man games again, and like we shouldn't talk about this too much. We have way too much to talk about here.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, but it's like I see what I don't like here from three games that I've already played. And in to some extent, like I can see that same philosophy all the way back in like Ratchet and Clank. Like Ratchet and Clank is the third in the Sly Jack Ratchet tier because of this reasons, because the combat design rarely has any like purpose behind it. It just feels like it's enemies dropped into a field and you fight them. It is why I've only played like a few Ratchet games. And like the story is much of what pulls me through those games. And I felt no attachment to any of the characters in this trailer. I think they're banking on the fact that people like Wolverine. And for me, who's someone who's like not really attached to Wolverine at all, I don't know. I'm not gonna be kind of reined in by that tactic. But yeah, that was like really the only thing I think that I was disappointed by, and I was like fairly disappointed. Like basically before this, I was like, I'll probably play this, and now it's like, nah, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna play this. Um, and I've heard the same from others as well. That like, oh,
Interesting.
this trailer kind of showed me that I'm not gonna play this game. But on the
It
complete
sounds
other
like
end,
Wolverine is your biggest disappointment of this week.
uh, I mean, I think you're underestimating how much I want Pikmin 5 and how much I am not interested in Deltarune. And
Like
that
if we got a
switcheroo
Pikmin
was
announcement, it probably would have just been Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition anyway.
Yeah,
possibly. But on the complete other end, where it was like I was not at all excited by the rumors of this game, and the moment they went into combat, I was like, okay, I am so into this. And that was God of War Laufey. Like the moment that game starts and you see the combat system in this game, it's like, okay, this looks awesome. I do have the same kind of criticism with the God of War games as well, where it feels like they're kind of just throwing enemies at you a lot of the time. But this game looks so much more interesting, and particularly, I am so invested in the narrative of these games that like the kind of somewhat meaningless combat situations occasionally don't really bother me in these games.
like the whole thing. I just I gotta touch on it because the idea that like you glazed Uncharted there for a few minutes, and then you're like, well, you know, these combat scenarios where they just throw enemies at you for no reason. It's just Uncharted to a T, man. Like
No,
just waves upon waves
No.
of combat encounters in Uncharted.
How many people do you murder in Uncharted, Dennis?
But it's not about the amount of them. It's about how they're designed. Every encounter in Uncharted 4 has interesting. Anyway, we're not going to talk about it. We have way too much to talk about. I could talk about the combat aside.
We are coming back to.
I could talk
game,
about the
I
combat
promise.
design of Uncharted 4 all day. Anyway, I was really excited about what I saw. I had heard the rumors of God of War Laufey ahead of time, and the idea of playing as Faye was like not at all interesting to me to any extent. And like it was it was on the same level of the idea of playing a game as Atreus, which was also like completely uninteresting to me. But yeah, the moment I mean, the first point of intrigue is like, wait, she can jump. And then you see the
The
combat.
aerial combos.
Then you see the combat. It's like, oh man, this is really interesting, and it keeps going. And I'm like really intrigued by the narrative, what's going on, like what is this everyone? And I was watching it with my friends who's way more into like various mythologies and everything, and they were like, "Oh, this is the God of War from Egypt," and then we learned like later that the devil looking guy is like the God of War from Mongolia,
yeah.
mythology. So, and like while I was watching it with my friends, I was like, I really like the idea that the God of War in the title of this game are the villains. that kind of
cool.
got emphasized more later when I learned that the other guy is another God of War. So yeah, that was kind of my biggest disappointment and my biggest excitement. I think I was really surprised by the fact that Until Dawn is here, considering how much the remake just completely flopped.
Yeah.
Is the same studio that made the remake making
No.
the sequel?
No, it's a different
Okay.
studio.
Altogether, yeah.
Fire Sprite.
Yeah,
But
right.
Supermassive
It's
is
Firesprite.
Until Dawn. Ballistic Moon, I think, did the remake, and then this
Exactly.
is another studio. Yeah.
Man, so
believe-
many studios have touched the series already. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Who did the VR one?
That was Supermassive.
Oh, yeah.
That one was pretty fun.
Also, oh yeah, Rayman Legends Retold. Why are we
Yeah.
doing this? Why are we doing this?
I have
The
so many
original
mixed
game is in
feelings.
there, so don't.
It looks
start.
Listen,
It
We
looks
can't
great.
be upset when Rayman doesn't show up, and then also be mad when Rayman does show up. Just be
Look,
happy he's
look.
here.
There are
I have
like
mixed feelings about it.
yeah, like I love Rayman Legends. Rayman Legends is fucking fantastic. This game did not need a remake. Please make a new game. Like, they added a whole new storyline to this game. There's a new villain. Why didn't you just make a new game? Ubisoft,
Well,
come on.
Hear me out. Like, this is the exact same thing that Star Fox is doing. There's no difference at all. It's
Just
literally
better.
just
And yet
It's
y'all are up in
literally-
arms here.
it's literally just the studio rebooting the franchise in the safest way possible by remaking the best game in the series in the new art style that they're going to make the next game potentially in.
Except this art style looks good.
But I think you can
think Star Fox
argue
is good.
there is a world, like, despite the fact of how many times Star Fox has been remade, you can still argue that Star Fox needs a modern remake. I don't think Rayman Legends needed a visual overhaul to any extent. That game is gorgeous.
That's one of the best art styles of any 2D platform.
Yeah.
Straight
Like,
up.
they should have taken the work that they're doing on this game to make a sequel, or hell, remake. I don't know, Rayman 3, Rayman 2. I don't know, anything else
do you
than
think
Rayman Legends, in my opinion.
You think the hand drawn assets of a Rayman Legends, like, this is easier to reproduce and iterate off of versus like the
Yeah,
the
Um,
hand drawn 2D?
Yeah.
No, I think Rayman Legends, the original, is a way cheaper game to make than this.
Interesting. Okay. What about
Uh,
like time wise though? Like scope? Like,
No, I mean, I think this is for all intents and purposes, a way more expensive project to make than the original Rayman Legends. But yeah, then Control Resonant, still really excited for that.
Looks like a good game.
I am
looks
planning
like a
on
game that I
playing.
won't have time to play.
I'm planning on playing the Onimusha games before Way of the Sword. Still kind of
Captain Capcom.
still like a bit conflicted about the Tomb Raider reboot. I really liked Survivor Lara. Feels like they're just kind of yassifying Lara Croft again. It's like, we don't need this. I was pretty interested in Stuntman Hollywood. Like, the moment that trailer begins, it's like, holy, is this Fast and the Furious? Are they making another Fast and Furious game? And then it's like, wait, what is this? And then it's like, oh, what is the time machine from Back to the Future doing here? This is not a Fast and Furious game. And then it turns out that it's a stunt game, a game where you're playing as a stunt driver in actual licensed movie sequences, which is really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one for sure.
Anyway, that was my long impressions on State of Play.
Very inflammatory impressions from Dennis. Enrico, talk, my dude. Let's.
I'm the Sony pony, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glaze every single part
Sa-
of this thing.
Saddle
No,
up,
but-
my dude.
yeah, I'm gonna put on
I hate it. I
the
shouldn't have said that.
the Sony hat. No, but this is honestly my favorite conference of the whole of them.
Oh,
Just
really?
because everything I've seen is a thing I want to play. Because I want to play Wolverine. I don't mind whatever Dennis said. Especially because the things I've seen kind of made me realize, oh, this is a much more linear experience than the Spider-Man games, and I really like that because I don't think Wolverine has the gravitas for for an open world kind of game. So if they go towards an Uncharted kind of route and more than a Spider-Man kind of route, I'm really happy about it. I agree, Wolverine in itself is not an interesting character for me. But usually when you go in with low expectations, narrative wise, you might be surprised. So I'm ready to be surprised about narrative. Ace Combat, I've never played one, but I want to play this just because he has an awesome name. Bunch of the Chef, right? Bunch of the Chef made me want to play Dave the Diver because I still have to play that
Yeah.
game. Um, Contra Resonant is going to be day one. Duke Awakening, not interested, but I tried it. Lofi, day one. They're selling me Marvel Tokon, and I'm not a fighting game kind of guy. So they're doing great. But yeah, I've just seen interesting things. I've tried out the demo from for Onimusha. I really like that. Never played an Onimusha. This is gonna be my first one, but I'm gonna play it because in September nothing comes out, right? Yeah, everything I've seen is good. Especially Rayman Legends. Like I really like the original one. I really like that both games are present in this, so I can still go back and play the other one. Um, yeah, I mean, great showcase. Great rhythm. Just the stuff I want to play. Just the stuff I wanna have on my PlayStation. I'm still unsure about Tomb Raider as well, but not because of the Survivor trilogy. I don't think I liked that trilogy as much as other people, especially the third one that I dropped out of, I think halfway through. But yeah, great showing, great start to the Summer Game Fest. If we consider that the start to the Summer Game Fest.
I would count it.
Yeah.
Allowed.
Carly?
Yeah. I mean, I'd kind of follow up on Enrico. I think this is my favorite showcase of the week. Just because of exactly what he said. Literally every single thing shown here, I was like, damn, I could see myself playing this. I could see myself playing that. Maybe the only exception is Marathon, just because it's not really my style game. But even then, like we were in, we were out because it's already a released game, and it was just like, here's the next thing for it. But literally every other thing that I saw was like, all right, okay, sick. Like, I mean, I completely disagree with Dennis on Wolverine. I thought it looked awesome, and again, the the combat to me looks way more interesting than Spider-Man's, especially like the Jean Grey stuff where she'll literally lift up an enemy while you're fighting a dude and you'll fucking spin around and fucking slash this guy. It's cool. It looks awesome. I already talked about God of War Laufey and how impressed I am with that, and it's the only showcase this week that really like said, "Hey, fuck it, we're about to give you guys this crazy amount of gameplay." And like, I'm not really like the type of guy that's like, "Oh, stop showing me the CG cutscenes. I don't want to see them." I still like to see teases like that, but like the fact that this is so polar opposite, where it's like, bro, we're just going to show you the opening of the game, and I loved that, and I think that conference just was like peak. Like that's like one of I've said it a couple times now, but the past few state of plays have just been fucking awesome, and like I love a good Nintendo Direct, but like I feel like State of Play recently has just like kind of been like, that's the showcase. Like they've just got that shit down to a science. At least lately. Um, I am interested in the new Tomb Raiders because I do like classic Tomb Raider, so I'm excited that that's getting remade in general. I'm glad that it's delayed. Honestly, I'll take that next year over this year just because otherwise I don't think I'd find time to play it. Um, the Stuntman, like I played the original Stuntman games a bunch as a kid, and those games are really hard, but they're super fun. The fact that it's like the licensed movies really excites me a lot, and just looks dope. Like really high fidelity too. Like car games nowadays are just ridiculous. Um, and I've got so many mixed feelings about the Rayman Legends thing, just because that game's near and dear to my heart. Like I agree with Dennis. Like if any game out there doesn't need a different art style, it's that one. But like, I'm still gonna play it. I'm still like, because the art style looks great. Like, I prefer the hand drawn look to it, but like what they've showed looks awesome. And I mean, I know it's an awesome game, and like it's just a new way to play that, and like the fact that they do mix it up with like the actual 3D, cool little in between world riding flying levels like Rayman Origins had, I believe. Dude, I'm in. Like, I'll play that for sure. And if that means that we get a sequel to Rayman, like, dude, I'll buy it twice if I have to, because I fucking love Rayman platformers. Like, please continue the series.
And I think
Yeah.
it's gonna get the Final Fantasy Resonance kind of treatment, because I
Yeah.
don't know if you read, but the idea is for Resonance to be the art style of some future Final Fantasy games.
Yeah,
Probably the
that'd be
remake
awesome.
of 1 to 6 or whatever that is.
Oh
So
man.
Woo, Final Fantasy 6 in that art style, I would kill for it.
Whew.
And then
Please.
yeah, dude, Enrico mentioned it earlier, but Gen Atlas, or was that Summer Games Fest?
it's that's Summer Games.
That's Summer
Okay,
Games
yeah.
Fest.
Yeah, they're all mixed up in my head, but dude, PlayStation State of Play was just phenomenal. Yeah, I loved it.
And one thing that the State of Play made me realize is that all the games coming out in September are gonna be Game of the Year contender, because it's before November.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a nice couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, I echo the statements that y'all say with a slight bit of not skepticism, but like cynicism, I guess is the word for it. Where like this was a 60-minute State of Play that they were like, hey, we're gonna be live in theaters for this, like at the what is it, the Draft House, the Alamo Draft House in California, and 30 minutes of that was dedicated to 2 games, and it's like in my head, it's like this felt unnecessary. For
They wanted the theater
way,
for Lofi as they had for the 2018 kind of thingy.
I get that. It just seems like a little much. Like unless all your horses are here, like if Intergalactic is here, I get it. Or if Bend is here, or just another like big name Sony studio, like why isn't Hunter's Gathering here? Like why? Where is that game? Like I would have swore that would have been this year. And then like we've seen nothing of that game all year. Like, not that I'm excited about it or anything by any stretch.
That's where I'm at. Where I'm like, I'm kind of glad
big
that wasn't
Sony
there.
title.
Yeah, like
But,
I
I mean-
legitimately think Hunter's Gathering wasn't there because they wanted this presentation to be good.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fair. I feel like you're missing some information on studios that
Some first
we
parties,
want to hear
yeah.
from. And I get it. They suffered some setbacks, a lot of setbacks from the live service push.
Like Enrico said, where the hell is Media Molecule?
Yeah.
Please.
Al-
Like,
also,
I feel
like-
like they've got one more shot before they're shot down. Like, please, Media Molecule, put something out good.
My biggest disappointment, and I've been jumping back into this with my daughter, but I just want Sony to champion Astrobot. Like I know we're only 2 years removed from Astrobot, but can we get some kind of Astrobot content? Like a
I told you,
have
it's
another
gonna be
studio
the
do a
PS6.
2D game, like, but don't like this guy, this cute little dude is your Mario. This is your brand. Like you could do so much with this guy, and the fact that he is absent from another showcase just baffles me. It's like but yeah, there's so many games here that look absolutely incredible. I think Dennis, you're crazy. Wolverine looks awesome. Stuntman Hollywood looks fun. I disagree. I'm not excited about Until Dawn 2. I'm not an Until Dawn guy. And then I'm not a Tomb Raider guy, so I mean that I probably will skip those as well. I mean, the games look great. They're games that I definitely think, are excited for the people who enjoy those games. But I think every game that they showed was like, man, I could see myself playing this up until probably Ace Combat. I'm not, again, that's just one of those where I don't
I've
see
never played one, but like, dude, these trailers look awesome. Like, I don't give a shit about Ace Combat, but like the narrative they're pushing, and again, the fucking wings of Thief, like, dude, come on, that's so sick.
And that's cool.
It's like what was the FromSoft
Armored Core 6, I think.
Fires of Rubicon or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
get a
no,
good
that's a cool
title
one.
out there, like, dude, come on, that's dope ass titles.
Phantom Blade Zero did not need to be here. Don't tell me we'll see more next summer or later this summer. Like just don't be at the showcase. It was a nothing announcement.
I mean, it looks good though. Like I wasn't.
We know that it looks good though. We've already know that it looks good. Like you did nothing here. It's just be like, hey, we'll be back. Like
I
it's just,
feel like they're setting up that it's going to have its own state of play, kind of like solo thing. But
Yeah.
I mean, I
Sure.
could be wrong. But
And
so
we'll
it
see
seemed
at
like to me.
Gamescom if they have any news. Because last year at Gamescom, where we tried 2 hours of it, it was like a middle mission, and it was ready. Like it looked ready to come out. At least UI
It
wise,
is, yeah.
performance wise, and whatever. So
that looks like a game
I
of
would
the
be
year
willing
contender,
to
dude.
bet, and it's hard to say because like Sony maybe going first wouldn't know how stacked ridiculous the schedule is, but it almost seems like they're like, let's not put a date on this until we know who else is skirting into September from GTA. I feel like a lot of like titles are like just thrown at a date and they're all gonna move. So like that seems like a title Sony's like, let's not fuck this up. Let's wait till everybody readjusts and moves and then we'll slap a date. Because
Wait, what? You're talking about Phantom Blade Zero?
I feel like a lot
That's
of the
not
dates
Sony.
we've seen. This wait, what'd you say?
Phantom Blade Zero is not Sony.
I think it's a second party collaboration, right?
Yeah,
No, that's releasing everywhere.
is it?
Yeah. Also,
I
like
thought
we
it was
already have
one
a
of
date
those-
for Phantom Blade Zero.
What's the date?
I think
It's
it's
October like
PS5 and
29th or something like
PC.
that. It got delayed after the state of play. It got announced that it was delaying until October.
Phantom Blade is only coming to PS5 and Windows.
Yeah.
That's an L. That's an L for Xbox. Wow.
One
So
of
wait,
my-
what's the
sure,
problem? So they did give us a date then. What?
We have a date for Phantom Blade. Yeah, but we already had a date for Phantom Blade before the state of play.
Oh, it
was
got delayed. That was the
It
announcement.
got delayed to
That's
October,
fine.
which is smart because I mean,
It's like, what, 2 weeks?
but that's just me. It's just like announce that it's delayed and don't show it at the showcase. I just don't think hey, check us
know.
out later this summer.
It was a mix up, of course. Yeah.
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 I don't know. I disagree. I feel like if you got a game coming out in October, you need to show it.
Right. So either show it or don't. You know,
They
Like,
did.
just show
What do you
it.
mean?
They showed us the same trailer.
What are
that
you
we had already
talking
seen.
about? They showed the game.
They showed what we had already seen. Regardless,
No, it was a different trailer.
it was not.
They showed
all
the
footage
same
we had
trailer?
seen-
I
all
think
the
it was
footage
a
we had seen
longer
from that
version of
was
a trailer we've
previously
already
footage.
seen.
Oh. Well, shit. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Just to kind of touch on some of the games that we didn't touch on as much, I think Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls just locked that game up for art direction at the Goaties this year. Like, Ill looks really cool. Lost Wild, like a first-person survival horror Jurassic Park game, sounds so cool. Or
Yeah.
survival horror with dinosaurs.
That
Like
looks and
that
sounds
one,
awesome.
like really caught my attention. And yeah, I mean, September is nuts. Onimusha, Control Resident, Marvel's Wolverine. Like I don't know what to do there. I can't wait to pick y'all's brain on what y'all are going to do to navigate September. But
You
let's
just gotta buy three
I
more
think
PlayStations and play 4 games at the same time.
I almost glossed over because we haven't touched on this one, but I think my game of the showcase was Kamuri. I like, man, I can't wait for that game. That game it's so stylish, man. There's so
Yeah.
much sauce there. It
I feel
looks
like
so
we haven't
fun.
seen enough of it. Like, to
Yeah,
really.
that was our
gauge.
first look at it, right?
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, we
but
don't
like
have
long
there's no
really-
yeah.
date on it or anything, but
It's
also
very
she's at
stylish,
like
but-
every Summer Games Fest or State of Play now. She's got so much like fun energy whenever she gets on stage.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And they use the right word because the first thing I thought during the live when they showed the Kemuria was, please not another game as a service game.
I know,
And they immediately
were
said like
also-
it's what?
Yeah, we were also like, oh, this looks like a live service game. Why does this look
Yeah.
so cool? And they was like, wait a minute, this is not a live service game.
Yeah, they said it's a single player, but you can still play it with friends.
Yeah.
So they use
It-
the right words at the right moment.
It looks like K-pop Demon Hunters, like the game. Like
A little
it
bit.
looks awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's Rayman Legends Retold. I think it's a disservice to how gorgeous this art style looks to just say like, oh, it didn't need it. Like obviously you can say that, but like this art style still slaps, man. Like it looks gorgeous.
it looks
the,
awesome.
The 3D
It
segments
just
look really
doesn't-
fun.
It just doesn't look better to me. Like,
Greg Kirkhope working on the soundtrack. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Or
that's awesome.
The fact that he did the soundtrack, that's awesome. Yeah, that one will probably be a get for me. That's October 1st, I think, is when that one drops. So,
And you're buying the original game as well, which is not a given for me. Like, honestly.
That's a wrap on our thoughts for the PlayStation State of Play. To hear our thoughts on the entirety of SGF Week, be sure to check out the other breakdowns and let us know what your favorite game of Summer Games Fest Week were. We'll see you on the next one. Adios.